into a bunch of music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Stuck on a Feeling by Prince Royce. And it starts out with this really, really cool bass line where you can play 3rd fret on the A string. And it's a little weird rhythm-wise, but kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's kind of that idea. That 4 times, you kind of hear where the bass line goes to the low E string on the 1st fret, kind of through our main verse progression, and we do that 3 times, and then we go to 3rd fret on the low E string for a G note, kind of with that same rhythm idea. Now the chords that would back that up would start on a C minor chord, and normally you do this as kind of a 3rd fret bar, 2nd finger on the B 4th fret, 3rd finger on the D 5th, pinky on the G 5th. And if you strum all those together, the sad sounds of C minor. Now we'll also talk about some options if you hate bar chords, but from that chord, if you lift the pinky, you can make a C minor 7. You might kind of dig on that. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E6 to a C minor 7. Or if you're just starting out and you're like, man, I don't want to play bar chords, yeah, you could use a C5 power chord. Doing the 1st finger on the A 3rd fret, 3rd finger on the D 5th fret. That rhythm to make that really thick. And then from the C minor, randomly, another place to play C minor, just a man with lots of options, you could go to 8th fret with the bar, 3rd finger on the 10th fret on the A, pinky on the D10, and work that for your C minor. Or you could lift the pinky and make that a C minor 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the B 10th fret, or 11th fret, for a C minor 11, or a C minor 7. So we kind of dig on that. Actually, we kind of hear these little hits. Later on, actually, kind of through the tune on the C minor chord, where you may want to work that for kind of your little chord. And then from the C, we'd be going to an F note, and we can back that up with an F minor chord. Normally, you do that as a 1st fret bar, 3rd finger on the A 3rd fret, pinky on the D 3rd fret. If you strum all those together, that sounds an F minor chord. It sounds so sad. Now you may also dig on lifting the pinky, making that an F minor 7, or adding in the pinky on the B 4th fret, an F minor 7. Or you may dig on just the power chord, working low E string on the 1st fret, 3rd finger on the A 3rd fret. And I can make that lick really, really thick. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 kind of idea. Or another place to play F minor would be going 8th fret bar, very similar to the C minor, and then 2nd finger on the B 9th fret, 3rd finger on the D10, pinky on the G10. Might be kind of a cool way to work it. Or you could lift off the pinky and make that an F minor 11 or F minor 7, and you may want to add in the pinky on the high 11 for kind of the F minor. So you can even work kind of the C minor shape up the neck. Patterns, we'll talk about the chords and stuff in a minute. C minor, and we get F minor, and randomly adding a 10th fret on the high E can be a very, very hip thing too. So I'm kind of taking the pinky from 11th fret on the high E to 10th fret on the high E and making an F minor 6. So you may kind of dig on working those changes. You'll kind of hear those in the background through the tune. And at the very end, when we hit that G bass note, you may want to use a G major chord. And normally you could do this in root position, doing 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the low E 3rd, 3rd finger on the high E 3rd. And if you strum all those together, the happy sounds of G major. Now you may also dig on putting 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. Kind of working that for the G. What I was really digging on is doing this as a 3rd fret bar. Oh my gosh, this has become a bar exercise. And then 2nd finger on the G 4th fret, 3rd finger on the A 5th, pinky on the D 5th for the G major. Or you could lift off the pinky and make it a G7, a very hip change. Or you could add in the pinky on the 6th fret on the B string for a G7. Or if you're digging on working this up the neck, you could even do a G as a 10th fret bar, 3rd finger over the D, G, and B strings on the 12th fret for a G. Or you might make it a G7 by doing 10th fret bar, 3rd finger on the D12, pinky on the B12. Or you might want to dig on a G9, and this might be really hip, doing 1st finger on the D on the 7th fret, or 9th fret, second finger on the A10, third finger with the G, B, and E on the 10. Might be a really cool change to work too, especially if you're digging up the neck, because you could work that C minor 7 from 8th fret, F minor 7 from 8th fret, and then be really close to that G9 to kind of work that at the very end. Now there's a couple different rhythm options you may want to play around with. You could follow just the rhythm groove, actually, that bass line, with the chord. So kind of that C minor, C minor, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, and then the F minor change. And on the verses, then you go straight to the G. So you may kind of dig on following just that rhythm idea. Or you could fill in time, especially if you're backing up your voice. You may want to work kind of a down count idea, kind of C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, C. So I'm doing kind of an 8 down on each chord, kind of working the muting. If you kind of dig on that, kind of adding in a little bit of right hand muting. And if you're just starting out, actually, that can be really cool with just the power chords. So for that F5, then you have the G5 kind of at the end. Or favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So do the C minor and just try that a little bit. You'd have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. So if we try that through our chord progression, we have the C minor, C minor, C minor, C minor, F minor. To a song like this too is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw a bass note in for the chord. So on the C minor you have the A for the bass, on the F you have the low E for the bass, and on the G you have the low E for the bass. Unless you're doing that 8th fret bar, then you have the low E for the C minor, A string for the F minor, and on the G or the G9 you have the A for the bass. So we tried it that way. You have the C minor, if you want to funk it up, yeah, you could work something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the C minor and do it down for 4, kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do it down on 1 and down on 3, up on 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. And then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 up, down. So all together, you got down, 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 down. It's gonna be a little bit more funky. And randomly, if you dig on the basses, you could add basses to that pattern and make it a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. That'll be cool little variations. So we tried it that way. You have the C minor. I'm adding a little left hand muting down to that. C minor. C minor. F minor. F minor. Repeating that twice for our verse, and then going into our main chorus progression. And the only difference on the chorus is it's almost like we delay going to the G chord, well, with the F chord at the very end. So if you're doing the down, down, up, down, up, you may want to do that on the last F minor G. You may want to do kind of a bass down, up on the F minor, and then a G with a bass down, up. Or you can split the pattern and do the F with a bass, down, down, up, down, which can be very cool too. So we tried our chorus progression. You got the C minor. Oh, I want to do the 16 so bad. But the C minor, C minor, C minor, C minor, F minor, F minor, F minor, and then on that last F minor G, F minor G. Kind of delay that just a little bit. Or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, on that last F minor G, you may want to do a bass down, down, up on each chord. Or you can split the pattern and do F minor with a bass down, down, up, and then go to the G for a up, bass, down, up, down. Very cool too. So we tried it that way. You have the C minor, C minor, C minor, C minor, F minor, F minor, F minor, F minor, G. We repeat that twice for our chorus, and then we'd be going back into our verse, back into our chorus, and then got back to our verse, and then back to our chorus. So kind of repeating those sections through the song. And you may want to play around with, especially on those higher voicings, actually kind of experimenting. Oh, this could be very cool. Yeah, we're kind of in the key of C minor. So you could use a C minor pentatonic scale, kind of working 8 to 10 on the low E, 8 to 10, or 8 to 11 on the low E, 8 to 10 on the A, 8 to 10 on the D, 8 to 10 on the G, 8 to 11 on the B, 8 to 11 on the high E. So kind of 8, 11, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 11, 8, 11. And so we're playing C and E flat, and then F and G, and then B flat C, and then E flat F, and then G and B flat, and C and E flat. So randomly, that kind of lines up with a lot of those chords that we're talking about in the upper position. So it might even be cool to kind of experiment playing the chord, playing a little lead idea out of the scale, and you can just make up whatever you dig. Chord, lick, chord, lick, chord, lick, F minor chord, F minor, lick, F minor, lick, G9, lick. Or just jamming out with that scale could be cool. So you may want to kind of even jazz up your strumming, thinking of or making up licks. Out of that scale. So we play around with that chorus progression too, kind of F minor G variation. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Stuck on a Feeling by Prince Royce. So good luck. Hi, wherever you are in YouTube land. This is Munson Summer with Munson Music Live, Munson Guitar Songs, Munson Covers, and Munson Jam Tracks. Thanking you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you like this video and subscribe to the channel to see lots more like it. I'm always open to your requests. If you have a song that you love, please let me know so I can write it down on the request list so I can add that to it, because there are probably other people out there who love that song too and would love to learn how to play it. So thanks so much for all the love that you give me, and I hope that you're doing well and kind of figuring out how you can talk with the instrument. We are a small music shop in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina, and you're supporting us by watching this channel. Really appreciate all that love. So best of luck, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you in particular too. You can contact me on Facebook, You can leave a message here in the comments section, and I respond to all the comments that I get. So best of luck to you wherever you are.